but sometimes it's illogical for people on government assistance to get a job. Just because somebody is able-bodied does not mean that they're able to work. Because you have to look at it from a stance of survival. If I'm getting Section 8, if I'm getting food stamps, if I'm getting all my needs met on government assistance, what do I stand to lose if I go get a job and they start cutting my aid? Now I'm homeless. Now I can't afford to pay my bills. Now my kids don't have food, because once you start working, they will start cutting your benefits. And the issue with the system is they don't teach people how to survive without the benefits. The system is designed to keep people on these benefits and dependent on the government. What we need is a revamp of the system where we focus on job readiness, where we focus on teaching people budgeting. We focus on teaching people how to spend their money, how to live, how to thrive. Right now, all we're doing is creating a generational poverty cycle. And I know a lot of y'all are going to get mad and going to get triggered and not listen to what I'm saying. But if you were in a position where you're a single mother with children, right now, you don't have to worry about where your kids are going to live. You don't have to worry about where your kids are going to eat. Would you risk that for the sake of saying you're employed?
So I'm here to help the best that I can to help people with finances. I do have a little bit of understanding to it, and I think I, can help some people out. Here are some practical steps that you can take to help your finances for real. No matter if you're a child who got their first job, or if you're somebody older and you just need, some help, some guidance or whatever. Write down these practical steps and literally go do them. I'm no millionaire. I don't got a whole bunch of money, but I am in my early 30s. I'm 33 years old. Me and my husband were homeowners, and, we follow these steps, and, they're helpful. They help you to be a good steward. So, that you're doing the best with what you have. And then when the Lord blesses you with more, you'll be able to be a good steward of that as well. Okay. So write down these steps. Okay. When you start your job, whether it's your first job or not, you need to write down your bills. Write down your bills that come in every month that you know that you have to pay. Your phone bill, gas, rent, lights, utilities, anything that you have to pay. Write it down, and write down how much it costs you every month. Now, some bills, they do fluctuate, like your gas and your lights and stuff, they fluctuate. But take the biggest number and write that down. The biggest number that you have seen. Maybe even add $10 to the biggest number you have seen, and write that as the bill amount. Okay? It's important to know what your bills are, so you can know how much you need to pay towards your bills every month. It's important to write it down. Make it clear. Write it in your phone. Write it in a notebook. Write it down. The next thing you need to do, you need to come up with an amount that after your bills are paid, what do you have left? And you need to start picking an amount that you're good with and that makes sense for spending money. The next thing you need to do, you need some bank accounts, real bank accounts, not no cash in the checks at the corner store. You need some bank accounts. You need really a total of at least 3 bank accounts. The first bank account will be for your bills. All of your bills will be paid from this account. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is your spending account. Okay, that's the account that you use strictly for spending. Like spending on things that you would put on your debit card. That's what I mean, spending. When you go out to the grocery store and you need to buy some things, you use that card. Okay. What else? If you're going out to eat, you use that card. You go into the mall to buy miscellaneous items, you use that card. That's your second account, okay? Bank account. Okay, the third banking account is for your savings. Okay? This one is important to have one away from your bill account and your spending account because it's out of sight, out of mind. Okay, you shouldn't be carrying around the debit card that's connected to this third account. It should be like hidden in your home somewhere, just away from you in your hands. Okay, because it's there to be out of sight, out of mind. Okay. Yes, so that's your third account. So, okay, we got 3 accounts now. We got the billing account. That's where all of your bills will come out of it. Your phone on auto pay and stuff. Your electric, your gas, your rent. Your car note, your insurance. All of those things that come to you every single month. It's going to come out of that first account. Okay, the billing account. Second, you're going to have that spending account. That's the things that you have to buy, like groceries and, oil changes and going to the mall for miscellaneous items and things like that. Going out to eat, okay? You want to keep the billing and the spending account separate so you can have more of a flow and a more of a control over the finances. When you lump them together, it's going to become very difficult of what is coming in and what's coming out and all those things. It becomes very difficult. You be like, why am I short this month? Because you spent extra money that you didn't see, because so much was going on in that account, you just can't keep track. That's why the two need to be separate. So you can see exactly what's coming out, what's exactly coming in. It'll become easy for you, okay? And it helps you just to gain control of your finances, okay? So those two, they need to be separate, your billing account and your spending account. And then lastly, I said that third account, which is your savings account. Out of sight, out of mind. Even if you don't even put much in there, because you can't save that much, it's still great to have it separate because it's out of sight, out of mind. Okay, that's how you do it. Next thing you know it, you'll have a big chunk of change waiting on you. Okay? And of course, some people, they make just enough money just to live. But still, this is called great stewardship. See, the Lord, He's not going to give you more if you don't know how to steward the little that you do have. Come on now. You got to learn how to steward what you have. Even if it's not a lot, even if it's just enough to pay your bills, and you ain't really got no money left over to really, really save and to really, really do the things that you want, that spending amount that you want. It don't matter. You need to learn how to steward your money, steward your finances. That's how you will get more in life. All right. Now this part, this is for my believers or anybody who just even want to try this. Who's my believers in Jesus Christ? Put your hands up. So, tithing and offering, it's real. It is very real. Okay? Yes, the Lord wants you to do tithes and offering, and they go together. Okay? See, I was one of those people who felt like, oh, that's old school, when they used to trade, food and all of that for services and all that stuff. That's old school. The Lord don't care about that no more. I was wrong. I had went on a fast, And on that fast, I had saw this sermon, and it was talking about tithes and offering. Oh, I felt so inspired. So I told the Lord, I said, if you really want me to tithe and offering, and this is still in your word today, you still expect this from us, you gonna have to show me a sign, my Lord. Show me a sign. Show me something. I told him, I'm gonna do the tithes and offering just for this 1 month. But you gotta show me at the end of this that this is what you want, or I'm not gonna continue to do it. Because I don't know if it's of you or not, of this in this day and time. I just don't know if this is still what you want. At the end of that fast, and the end of me doing my my tithes and offering for the entire month, giving 1/10 of my income, and doing the offering on top of that, the Lord gave me a 50 cents increase on my job. And you might feel like that's not a lot, but 50-cent increase, that was like a $1,000 more a year. And I was on probation at the time that happened. So a person on probation getting a raise, make it make sense. That was nothing but the Lord telling me that that he wanted me to do the tithes and the offering, and that was him moving on my question, my request that I asked of him. And ever since then, I've been paying my tithes and my offering. So with the tithes, that means 1/10. Tithes means 1/10. So whatever comes into your household that you know that you're getting, whether it's from a house, whether it's from a side hustle, whether it's from your permanent job, your regular job, a temporary job, all of the income that comes inside of your house, you need to give 10% back to your church. Not your family member that asked you, not some homeless man off the street that asked you, the church. Why? Because the Lord has a plan for those funds. They belong to him. The tithe belongs to the storehouse. What is the storehouse? That is church. So don't ever, ever, ever give away the 10%, your tithes, to a human being. That is stealing in the eyes of the Lord. Let me tell you how I know that. So I had my regular job, and then I had a side hustle. And I was making money off of my side hustle. I would just take random amounts off of that side hustle money and give it to the poor. Okay? I would buy food, like McDonald's burgers, Junior Whoppers, tacos, pizza, and I would go give it to the homeless people. I would take a portion of my side hustle money and go give meals to the poor. I noticed that I couldn't keep no money in my account. Even though I had this overflow of money that was coming in, I couldn't keep any of it in my account. And it's not like I had real high bills or anything, so I didn't understand why it seemed like it was holes in my account. So I asked the Lord, I said, why I can't hold on to no money? I'm getting more than enough. Why can't I hold on to any money? The Lord gave me a prophetic dream. In the prophetic dream, I was on a mission trip, and one of the guys in the dream, they wanted to give a non-believer $10 just to show them that it's still good people in the world. He wanted to give this person this $10 gift, and that's what he wanted to do. So myself and the people in the dream said, yeah, man, go ahead and do it. Show them that it's still good people in the world. Give them that gift. That's cool. Yeah, you want to do that? Go do that. So he goes and he gives the person the $10. He comes back. the group leader in our dream said, hey, there's only one person in the group that has money right now. Because I guess they were ahead of the group and they knew all of the finances and what everybody had in the dream. And the group leader said, hey, Joelle, myself, is the only one who has money right now. So that money that young man took, he gave it away. And so I'm like, okay, mistake. Total mistake. He didn't know. I didn't know. You know, total mistake, right? But I was expecting him to reimburse me. He didn't reimburse me. He just walked away. He didn't even say anything. He didn't say he was going to reimburse me or anything. He just snuck away. And in the dream, you got to pay attention to how you feel in the dreams as well. I felt like I felt taken advantage of. I felt like, okay, he made a mistake, but he didn't right his wrong about it. He took from me. And that's how the Lord felt when I was taking money that belonged to the storehouse, and I was taking it and I was giving it away. Even though I thought that I was doing a good thing, in which I was, helping to feed the homeless. I was doing a good thing, but it was with the wrong money. I was taking his money to go to do that. If I wanted to do that, I pay my tithes first, and then I take my offering, which is on top of the tithes. You first pay your tithes, and then you take your offering. And your offering, you can do whatever it is what you want to do with your offering. It can go to the homeless. It can go to a ministry somewhere. It can go to a friend in need. You know, it's to help. Okay? It's impossible to give an offering if you don't do the tithe. It always comes first. Okay? It's levels. You can't say, oh, I paid I did an offering, but you never paid the tithes. You gotta pay the tithes first. God bless y'all. I'm out.